Hey squad, welcome back to Prepping with Sarge. Today we're going to do another one of our little scenarios. Now if you've been paying attention to the news, a lot is going on over in the Middle East. Basically Israel is bombing Iran's nuclear facilities, taking out some of their top nuclear scientists, taking out some of their top generals, basically sending them back about 20-30 years in terms of their ability to produce nuclear weapons, as far as we know. Now, Israel typically has really good intel around these things, but it is possible that Iran has some facilities that, their intel and our intel hasn't picked up on. Big takeaway here is that Iran has vowed retaliation, and they don't have the capacity, and against the United States, sorry, I meant to say that, and against the United States, and they don't really have the capacity to take on Israel or the United States in conventional warfare. So what does that mean? When you have somebody who's saying, I'm gonna get you, and they don't really have the ability to stand toe-to-toe with you and throw hands, that means they're going to try other methods, which means they're going to be sneaky. So we're looking at probably some 5th generation warfare, cyber attacks, drone strikes, and probably some guerrilla warfare too, right? Now, we've been talking on this channel a lot in 2025 about sleeper cells. And we know that Al-Qaeda has approximately 1,000 operatives in the United States. The source for that is Sarah Adams, former CIA targeter. You can go and check the Sean Ryan show, look for the Sarah Adams episode if you want to check out my source on this. And so we've been talking a lot about this on this channel. So the scenario that I want to throw out there for today, and if you've watched the other ones before, you already kind of know what I'm going to say next, but for those who are new to the channel, periodically I've been throwing up these scenarios asking people to give me a response, either in the comments down below or in make a video response. Tag me in that, make sure I see it, which means you may have to come back here and leave me a comment saying, hey, I just did a video about this or whatever, because when you do a video on it, I'm not only am I going to go check it out, but I'm going to post it in my community tab, shout you out so that people can go check out your video. And the scenario for today, my friends, is this is actually something that came up post I have to be careful how I said this, because the last time I talked about this situation, YouTube has some really weird rules around a certain attack that happened in the United States in 2001. You're actually, in their terms of service, you're actually not allowed to talk about it. And the reason for that is because people went a little wild with conspiracy theories, and now nobody gets to talk about it, even when I'm not talking about conspiracy theories. So you know what I'm talking about, when certain things flew into certain things and it launched us into our war in the sandbox, our war on terror. So in the aftermath of that situation, which I cannot mention because of YouTube's terms of service, one of the scenarios that they were talking about is that there was intel that led Homeland Security to believe that one of the types of attacks was going to be that trucks, CDL drivers, would drive into tunnels, and like we have tunnels under Boston and whatnot, and there's other ones spread around the country. Sometimes in the Appalachians, they're dug into mountains, things like that. But basically drive into one of these big traffic tunnels and set off some boom booms, basically closing everybody in there that's between the first truck that goes in and then you'd have like maybe a quarter mile behind that, you'd have a second driver with doing the same. So basically closing off the entrance, and then you've got a kill box. Basically, you've got hundreds of cars trapped underneath this tunnel, no escape, and they can take their time and just go door to door to a car and start executing people. Right? Nightmare scenario. So I want you to respond to this as if you were in the tunnel when this happened, and whatever you normally carry with you for your EDC. So if you carry a firearm with you, then you can use that in your response to the scenario. If you don't usually, then you have to think, what do I have in my vehicle? Or what about my mental health skills and my situational skills? What could I do in that scenario, either to fight back, help other people, or try to escape? Okay, that's the response that I'm looking for. Again, let me go through it one more time. But before I do that, let's do a quick word from our sponsors. Hey squad, thanks so much for watching today's video. Today's video is actually sponsored by AppMex. AppMex is my choice for online gold and silver. when I'm looking to add to my stack. I do believe that with all the financial insecurity in the world, financial prepping is part of prepping. And gold and silver, having gold and silver in a physical form is one of the ways that you can not only hedge against inflation, but store some of your wealth even when currencies hit a crisis. And if nothing happens, if we never reach any kind of an SHTF situation, then gold and silver can be passed on to your children and grandchildren. Please check out AppMex on the internet at www.appmex.com. Tell them Prepping with Sarge sent you. All right, thank you so much to AppMex. Really appreciate the sponsors. If you're brand new to the channel, we don't get a lot of ad revenue here. YouTube doesn't really send my videos out. So if you want to help by watching the ads when they come through or sharing this in your prepping forums, if that's allowed, or on Reddit or whatever, if that's allowed on your forums that you interact with, or with a friend who's into prepping, that helps me out a lot. It's really hard to grow this channel because of the way that YouTube treats prepping and survival channels. So the only way that I'm staying afloat at this point is with help from sponsors and the brands, which you will see in the description down below. So I encourage you to go check out the brands that I have linked down below. Some of them have discount codes. These are brands that are supporting my channel, helping me to stay active so that I can help you guys get prepared. So thank you so much to AppMex. Thank you to the audience for being a part of that and supporting the brands down below. And if you're into silver and gold, please go check out AppMex. Tell them Prepping with Sarge sent you. All right, so one more time before we close this one out, what I want you to do is I want you to think about the scenario of you're driving through a tunnel, and maybe you're saying like, well, there's no tunnels in my area. Okay, so you're visiting a friend, whatever. Just like be flexible with it. Or just if I don't give you those details, fill it in however you want. Okay, but here's the details that I do want you to use. You're traveling through the tunnel in your vehicle, or if you don't have a vehicle, in a friend's vehicle, whatever you normally carry on you, or if you're the driver, whatever you normally have in your vehicle, and boom goes off at one end of the tunnel, boom goes off behind you at the other end of the tunnel. You hear this, you get the sense like, uh-oh, something bad's going on, and then you start hearing gunfire. What are you gonna do next? That's what I want to know. Okay, now I'm going to give you my response, which I'm going to record as soon as I hang up on this, as soon as I end this video. And but I will watch your videos, so make sure you let me know if you've done one. I want to shout you out. I want to make sure that people get to see your video as well. All right, and then I'll give a little comment on your video, of course, too, as well. All right, keep planting your seeds, keep stacking your silver. This is Prepping with Sarge.